Ricardo, hello, my friend.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, my man. So, look, this is a client interview. You're supposed to tell people why they should buy my thing. So let's go. If you want to give us a general rundown, because how long you been in the program for? I mean, you were originally in the low ticket thing. You've literally just came into license and scale. So you were just getting like a call or two a week. There was a Slack channel, and just give us a rundown. What do you do? What agency do you run? Who the hell are you? Let's go.
Yeah, so I've been in the agency space for a while now, like 1 year and 3 months, 4 months. And ever since I started, I was in the flooring space. Not a lot of people are in flooring, but basically like roofing, but for floors. That's why I went into flooring.
Mhm.
And yeah, what we do is we do Facebook ads, call center, and then, same as everyone else, go high level automations and that sort of thing.
Sweet. And I guess like if we look back, how long have you been in the low ticket community for? Like 5 months, 4 months,
No, like 2 months.
2 months. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. So two
Mhm.
months ago, what was the biggest constraint in your agency? What revenue point were you at?
Yeah, so before joining the group, I was literally on struggling to even hit like 5K. So I was consistently doing like between 3,000 to 6,000. And it
Mm.
was super inconsistent. Some months I literally lost money. I lost like 2 months last year. I lost like 1 or 2 grand. Um, then I did like my best month was like 7 grand.
Mm.
And for the past year, it was like that, like super inconsistent, very inconsistent sales process, and not really able to sign clients, and even lost money in some months.
Mm. And you you mentioned because there was a barrier to entry, right, of like 10K a month. You lied.
Mhm.
You lied about how much money you made to get
Yeah,
in the community, right?
I literally lied. I was like, I'm able to pay it. Like, I want to join. It's, and I said like, yeah, I've been consistently between 8 to 12K, but it was more like 5 to 6K.
Okay, fair. Hey, well, it paid off, right? Sometimes you got to go in the gray areas. So, like, what do you feel was the biggest? Because where are you at now, revenue wise?
So last month, I hit 23,700.
Boom. What are you on track for this month?
So this month, I think the same, maybe like 20K.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Right.
slowed down sales. I need to hire. I haven't hired anyone, and that's why I joined your license and scale now.
The big boy
Because
stuff.
I'm having like delegation issues. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can keep scaling sales. Like last month, I closed like 60% close rate. I did
Boom.
like 8 sales calls. I closed five, and that was in the first week.
Yeah.
Like last month, I did 23,700. I only sold for the first week of the month.
You did 20. How much did you do in the first week when you closed those five
On
people?
the first week, I did around 13K
Nice.
in new cash. And then the other one, I reached onto like 20K in recurring. And then the last day of the month, someone that had a sales call like 30 days ago told me like, hey, I want to do it. And they just paid me the last day. But
Mm.
literally like the bulk of the new cash was literally on the first 5 days. I closed 5 deals in 5 days.
Yeah. So now you've got you're a very well paid freelancer. Now you want to build a real business, and now you got to build a team and delegate. So now
Correct.
you're at the actual.
And
Go
that's the
on.
issue I'm having now. Like I hired a couple appointment setters. They were so bad. I had to lay them off. Now I'm trying to hire a VA. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I joined Lances and Scale
Yeah,
now.
we're going to solve those problems. So I guess in terms of the group that you were in, which for context for everybody watching, like there wasn't really many resources. It was just literally like a call or two a week, a Slack channel where you can get support. What do you feel like was the biggest thing that helped you break through from like where you was then, like 3, 5, 6K a month to like 23K?
Yeah. So the biggest thing, it was like Cam has really good resources in terms of what part of the agency stage you're in. Right. And he was able to break me down like, hey, you're in this stage right now. This is what you have to do. Because I was so focused on like fulfillment and focus on all these things. And he literally told me like, hey, you're in stage two. Like I don't remember the name of the stage. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he said like, hey, you have to start selling 3 months pips. Like there's like two or three things you told me that it changed and it completely changed my agency. Number one was start selling PIFs. I started selling 3 month contracts. I never did that before because I was not really confident, and just told me like, hey, you have to do it, and that's why all the new cash. And then second was you told me to sell to like people with more money, and that's where I started doing.
Most
So
simple shit ever, right?
it's just two simple things. Like I always thought my sales skills were the issue, but my close rate went from 5% to like 40% this past 2 months, literally just by changing who I target and then selling pips.
Bro. Sometimes it is like those little things that are so fucking obvious that like right in front of your face that you kind of already knew. You just needed validation from somebody else and like the accountability of like you need to do these things, right? And
Correct.
okay, cool. And then in terms of like how do you find the communication in like the Slack?
It was pretty good. Like Cameron always responds to like anything you told him. Like I was like, hey, can you send me? I remember I like anything. Can you send me your SOP on like check-in calls? Like he has an SOP for anything. Like I'm
Mhm.
surprised. Right now I joined License and Scale, and he has like I think it's like 1% of what he's gonna do right now, and it's already better than any other course I've ever taken. And I've been in like five at this point, like all the major ones.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like he has SOPs for everything. I'm like, it's something I want to talk with him. How the hell does he does all those SOPs? Like, I don't know how he has that much time, but
Bro, I'm
it's
gonna I swear to God, I'm gonna change my name to the SOP doctor. I think that's what I need to be called. Because like,
yeah.
I swear anything you need, I've got an SOP on. I've got an SOP on doing deep work, for fuck's sake. Like, I've got an SOP on how to go to the airport and book a flight. So, like, but cool, man. I think that's pretty much everything. I guess the only other thing I'd say is like, when before you joined, like, I think the lower ticket thing is just like, I mean, it's super low barrier to entry, right? There's kind of like no downside. It was just month to month. You hop in. This thing that you've just jumped into, more of a bigger commitment, but you know now because you know what you can do. And in order to get to the new level, there's a new devil. You need new resources. You need the network. I guess, what do you feel like was the biggest reason why you decided to go from like the low ticket group to spend like a shit ton of money on this thing?
Um, Pretty simple. Like, it can take me like 10 years to build all the things that Cameron English is literally giving away for like it's not that much money for what he's giving away. It's like I would have paid 3 times as much realistically. I didn't have the
Fuck.
money for
I
three
wish
times
I
as
I wish I charged you 30K now.
yeah, but it's definitely worth it. Like for example, if I have to hire like let's say like an appointment setter or like he literally has like 10 SOPs just to do that. Like I had to fire 2 appointment setters because I don't know how to do that, right? And there was just shit. But now I can just do that, and instead of me taking 3 or 4 months to realize how to do that, now it's just taking me like 2 days,
Mhm.
right? And then I can just take his SOPs, make them mine, and my agency can scale like way faster. It's like my way of thinking. Like you always tell it, like you can buy
Pay with
what's
time or
like
you pay with money, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's like the opportunity cost. Because it's like some people can't wrap their head around this, bro. The amount of calls that I get on with people that get on a call, they're like, yeah, I think I need help. And it's like, okay, cool. And then they just never buy. They never commit. And then you speak to them like a year later and they're in the exact same spot. And when they think about it, in their head, they're like, oh, it's costing me so much. But they don't look at how much it's costing them by not doing anything. Like if you want to make 100K a month and you're making 10K a month, it's costing you 90K a month in ignorance debt for the things that you don't know that you don't know. So if you can
Yeah,
pay a fraction of that, like let's say, for example, you pay 20K to learn how to make 100K a month. That looks like a lot of money in the short term, but for you to make 100K a month for the rest of your life, like it's fucking priceless, you know?
yeah. For me, it was the Isis decision because let's say last month I did like 23.7K. Like if I'm able to like double my revenue with camera, like and that's 1 month. Like with just 1 month I'm able to
Yeah.
pay it, and I know I'll be making a lot more and more in the future, so it's like a no-brainer. It makes no sense people that don't like to invest in coaching like, oh, it's so much money, but you're gonna make 10 times as much as that,
Yeah.
right? In the long term, if obviously you put the hard work, but he's giving you the path basically.
I think it's hard as well, bro, because there's so much fluff in the industry. There's so much bullshit. And it's like, it's hard to cut through the noise because there is a lot of programs that are shit. And it's like, you find one that's good and it's like, you still don't know how to fully trust them if you haven't like dove in and spoke to them before, you know?
Yeah, but just check his YouTube channel, check the videos. You'll see the SOPs and the processes he has. You know he's legit.
Yeah. Well, Ricardo, I appreciate you, my friend. Have a good one.